Revolutionary Patriots of Ohio, Series 286. Charles Eastman is born in the quiet farming town of Montague, Massachusetts. His childhood is shaped by hard work, faith, and the rhythms of colonial life. No one yet knows that this boy will one day march into the greatest conflict of his age. When the alarm spreads across New England in 1775, Charles answers the call. He joins the Continental forces as the colonies rise against the British crown. The world he knew is gone, replaced by the uncertainty of war. Charles marches north with his regiment toward Fort Ticonderoga. The journey is long and bitter, but morale is high. The young soldier learns quickly that endurance is the true measure of a patriot. At the great stone fortress on Lake Champlain, Charles witnesses the vast machinery of war. Cannons line the ramparts, and soldiers prepare for the British advance. The revolution is no longer an idea. It is a daily reality. When the British forces approach with overwhelming strength, the Continental Army makes a strategic withdrawal. Charles joins the long, tense retreat through the wilderness, knowing that survival is victory enough. At Stillwater, Charles stands in the thick of battle. Smoke fills the air as musket fire cracks across the field. The Americans hold their ground, turning the tide of the war in the Northern Theater. Charles witnesses a moment that will echo through history: General Burgoyne's surrender at Saratoga. The victory brings new hope and new allies to the American cause. The war drags on. Charles endures bitter cold, hunger, and exhaustion along the Hudson River posts. Yet he remains steadfast, bound by duty and the belief that freedom is worth the sacrifice. While on guard duty at Fort Independence, Charles witnesses the capture of British officer Major John Andre, a turning point in the Benedict Arnold treason plot. The moment reveals how fragile the revolution truly is. When peace finally comes, Charles joins thousands of veterans seeking new beginnings in the West. His journey takes him from Massachusetts through Vermont and New York, and finally into the Ohio frontier, a land of promise and uncertainty. Charles helps build one of the earliest settlements in the Northwest Territory. Cabins rise, fields are cleared, and families work side by side. The frontier is harsh, but hope is stronger. Life begins to take root. Charles and his family cultivate their land, raise livestock, and build a home that stands as a testament to perseverance. The Ohio wilderness slowly becomes a community. Illness strikes the Eastman cabin. Candlelight flickers across rough-hewn walls as the family gathers around their sick child. A traveling doctor searches his worn medicine bag while Charles and his wife keep vigil. Hardship tests the strength of their frontier faith. Spring brings healing. The child's fever breaks, and sunlight fills the cabin once more. Outside, new growth rises from thawed soil, and a robin sings from the windowsill. The Eastmans endure, strengthened by hardship, bound by hope, and rooted in the land they now call home.
Follow Brick Walls and Buckeyes for genealogy, Ohio history, and the stories behind your ancestors.